Stuff. Some cereal is supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
When you bring life home, don't tell the kids it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one who has to know.
Remember me, fill not your hearts with pain and sorrow, but remember me in every tomorrow. Remember the joy, the laughter, the smiles. I've only gone to rest a little while. Although my leaving causes pain and grief, my going has eased my hurt and given me relief. So dry your eyes and remember me, not as I am now, but as I used to be, because I will remember you all and look on with a smile. Understand in your hearts, I've only gone to rest a little while. As long as I have the love of each of you, I can live my life in the hearts of all of you. Hey folks, Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing, and welcome to the inaugural Grease Lightning Memorial Race. Some of the family members have gotten together and we're going to get out on the track. I just want to note one thing. I was going to race this car for my sister because I know that she would hate it. It has eyelashes, but so we got it being crushed by a monster truck instead. I just wouldn't feel right putting her in that car. So I souped up a Jeep. She had just gotten a Jeep Cherokee, her and James, and this is a Tomahawk edition. It is elite. So introducing first is Tiffany's Tomahawk Jeep, driving for Pink Ladies Racing. She'll be taking on Grandpa's F-150. And Grandma will be in the cab too. And we'll start back up at the top. Driving for Elevation Diecast Racing, it's Isaiah's race team and his Nissan GTR. He'll be taking on his cousin Isaac. From Isaac's race team, also representing Elevation Diecast Racing, he'll be driving the Time Machine DeLorean from Back to the Future. Race number 2 in the first round. This is going to be from Pink Ladies Racing. It's Alicia driving the Buick Matchbox wood panel wagon. She'll be taking on, also driving for Pink Ladies Racing. It is Lily in her Jaguar Project 7. Next race, also racing for Pink Ladies Racing. It is Katie driving her Ford F40 Ford GT. She'll be taking on another new member of Elevation Diecast Racing. It's Tristan driving the 1970 Johnny Lightning Chevy Nova. 2 more for Elevation Diecast Racing. It's Christian in his Ford Thunderbird. He'll be taking on James from Elevation Diecast in his 69 Boss Hoss Mustang. Gotta be an odds-on favorite to win this race. We shall see. Next up, driving for Northwest Motorsports, it's Kevin in his Chevrolet Silverado. Definitely got some nice Tampa work of the mountains going down the side of this one. He's got a tough task ahead of him for PhD Racing, driving the Tesla Plaid. It's Ken. Super sharp ride. We're going to see what it does on the track. And driving for Willow Run Racing, it's Larry in his 70 El Camino. And from right here in Loveland, driving for Doodlebird Racing, it is Todd and Julie Frank in the 67 Chevrolet Camaro. Next up, driving for GPP Racing in the 1968 Chevelle. It's Dad. Not from Elevation Diecast, but Dad's dad. He'll be taking on none other than Trish in the 67 Pontiac GTO convertible by Johnny Lightning. What a sharp ride. So without any further ado, let's get racing. All right, first up, it's Isaiah's race team in the white GTR taking on Isaac's race team in the Back to the Future DeLorean time machine. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Wow, DeLorean with a 45 to 53 will switch lanes. Switching lanes now. The DeLorean GTR tried to catch up, but he just couldn't get him. Isaac's race team moving on to round number 2. Next up, we have Lily in the Jaguar taking on Alicia in the station wagon. Let's see who takes this one. Should be a good race. Ooh, the wagon swirling all over the place. Lily got her. 2116 will switch lanes. Can Alicia punch back? Let's see. A little bit of race this time, a little better time, but Lily holds out, and she'll be moving on to round number 2. All right, next up we have the 70 Chevy Nova taking on the Ford GT. Let's see who takes it. Katie or Tristan? Wow, Katie got out on him. 2075 to 2115. We'll switch lanes. Can Tristan punch back? Oh no, 2071. You're going to have to get up earlier than that to beat Katie in a race. She'll be moving to round number 2. All right, next up we got James in the Boss Mustang taking on Christian in the Ford Thunderbird. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Wow, Mustang took off like a shot. 2054 to 96. We'll get the lane switched up. 2054 is the time to beat. Wow, Mustang not looking back. 205 will take him into the next round. That's one fine Mustang, James. All right, next up we got brother versus brother. So Kevin will be in the Chevy Silverado, and Ken will be driving the Tesla Plaid. This ought to be a good race. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Wow, good race. Wow, the Plaid got out at him on the back end. 2112 to 14. Let's switch lanes. Kevin needs to beat a 2112 to advance, or Ken's moving on with the Tesla Plaid. Wow, Plaid out on him. 2094 to 95, and Tesla going to round number 2. Wow, what an upset. All right, next up for Willow Run Racing, it's Larry and his El Camino taking on Todd and Julie in the 67 Camaro. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Wow, El Camino, give it a run. 86 to 93. Let's switch lanes. What a race. Can El Camino come back? He'll have to beat a 2086. Good race, El Camino, real close, but not going to get a 2086. It looks like the Camaro. Moving on to round number 2. All right, 2 from GPP Racing. It's Dave in the Chevelle and Trish in the GTO. Who's going to represent GPP in the round number 2? Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Wow, Chevelle took off like a shot. 2063 to 04. Let's roll him again. The GTO has some work to put in if she wants to go to round number 2. 2063 is the time to beat. Wow, he took off like a shot and gained a whole lot more speed. 2055 moves Dave into round number 2 in his Chevelle. All right. We got Grandma and Grandpa from Brooklyn Racing in the F-150 taking on Tiffany's Tomahawk. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Wow, 2047. What a time. 2047 is the time to beat. Wow, she took off like a shot. 2048 And Tiffany's moving on to round number 2. And there we have it. The ones advancing will be on your right-hand side. Things get very interesting from here. Let's get to the action. All right. It is Lily in the Jaguar taking on Isaac in the DeLorean. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Wow, the DeLorean just took off like a shot. 2042 Mylanta. Can Lily hold off this DeLorean? Wow, 2037, unheard of. Moving on to round number 3. All right, next up, it'll be Katie taking on James in that Boss Mustang. This ought to be a good race. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Wow, good race. 54-70 though. We'll switch lanes. Ford on Ford. Let's see if the GT can catch a 205.4. No, 205.3 will move James on to round number 3. Good race. All right, up next, Mom and Todd got to get a move on in this Camaro if they're going to beat that Tesla Plaid. It's Ken. Can he pull it off? Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Wow, the Camaro. Plaid was catching up though, 84-90. We'll switch lanes. 208.4 is the time to beat. Pretty close race, but it is the Camaro that edges him out. Moving on to round number 3. All right, Dad's in the Chevelle. Tiff is in the Tomahawk. Grand Cherokee. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Tiff, 204.5 to 5.3. That was a close race. The Chevelle's going to need a 204.5 to advance. Cherokee took off 204.5 once again. Moving to round number 3 is Tiffany's Tomahawk Jeep. All right, Isaac takes on James. Here we go. Winner going to round number 4. Ooh, close race, 43-47. Let's switch lanes. 204.3 is the time to beat. Mustang could not get it done. 204.0 put down by the time machine. Oh my Lanta. Those are some Kung Pao chicken times. All right. It looks like Mom and Todd got to take on Tiffany's Tomahawk. Winner's going to the final race to take on Isaac's Back to the Future DeLorean. Man, 204.7 to 8.4. Let's switch them. 204.7 is the time to beat. 204.1. Wow. And Tiffany is moving on to the final race. But first, let's see who is going to take third spot on the podium. We got James in the Boss Hoss Mustang and Mom and Todd in the 67 Camaro. Let's see who takes it. Good race. Mustang beating them out. 205.2 to 7.9. 205.2 would be the time to beat. Mustang takes off like a shot. 204.8. Wow. Very good time. All right. So it has come down to this. Tiffany's Tomahawk taking on Isaac's DeLorean. First vehicle to win 3 is going to be crowned the winner. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Good race, 41-44. Isaac up on race. Let's see who takes it. Isaac. Race number 2. All right, that's 2. Tiffany has to win 3 in a row in order to be crowned champion of this race. Let's see if she can do it. It's awful close. Ooh, she picked up speed. The DeLorean, whoa, 2080. Isaac's still up 2-1. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Tomahawk out in front, 2:04.5 to 7:8. DeLorean picking back speed up, but we're tied at 2 races apiece. So it's all come down to this final race. The winner of this one is going to take the first Memorial Grease Lightning trophy. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Close race. 2:05.4, the DeLorean picking back up speed. But oh my Lanta, fastest time of the night. 2:03.3. And your winner of the inaugural Grease Lightning Memorial Race, my sister Tiffany. And a mother of 3. And wife of 1. Well, I think that was a great race. And now for a bonus race. Now she gets to race her big brother. Chevy Caprice, 1986. I really like this car. And, well, let's race, sis. In 3, 2, 1. Wasn't even close. And as we draw to a close to the first race on Mile High Raceway 3.0, thank you for watching. And hold your loved ones close. Because just like that, they can be gone. From all of us over here at Elevation Diecast Racing, have a good weekend. And a happy holiday season. See ya.